when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
Clearly, temptation got the best of him right there, Greg.
Here's Bogut, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Here is Harden. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. Ariza. The Rockets with another miss.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Nobody near Barnes. Drills it from outside. Barnes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Harden outside. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got 6. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back. I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
The 3 from Barnes. That's good. Barnes has got his second basket. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. It's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. Back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes, and it's Livingston in for Curry. Now here's Iguodala. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And for Thompson, his three-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. He's become a very good defender and broadened his offensive game as well.
First one falls for him.
And speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league and becoming more outspoken.
Now here's Brewer. Here's Capella. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. He's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Iguodala, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Shoots from 14. Tries again. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. No reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
And really the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. Iguodala with the steal. Puts up the baby hook, and he gets the bucket. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. And as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Golden State now. They're on a 17-6 run. Livingston kicks to Barbosa. Dishes to Ezeli. The fader. will not go. This is off the front iron.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Here is Livingston. Michael Beasley picking up that last basket. Barbosa's shot is off.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Got that one up quick. Terry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's the dish to Spates. Lets it go from 11. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
And Brewer kicks to Terry. He dishes it to Beasley. The shot. The shot by McDaniels, no good. Warriors leading by 3. Here is Livingston. Stolen by Terry. And it's Houston on the break for the finish. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Warriors ahead. They're up by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop in the opposing team scoring.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the point.
And guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
Here's Beverly. Off target from three-point range. Curry dishes to Barnes. Curry passes to Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And now it's a 3-point Warrior lead. Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific, in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
The feed now to Curry. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul.